Hello viewers, and welcome back to Global Flyer. Today, we're retaking a journey back in time to explore an aircraft that truly changed the world of air travel. The legendary Boeing 707. Before this plane, long-distance travel was often a slow, propeller-driven affair. But the 707, with its sleek design and powerful jet engines, ushered in the jet age, making international flights faster, smoother, and more accessible than ever before. So, buckle up as we dive into the story of this iconic airliner. The story of the 707 begins not with a commercial airliner, but with a military tanker. In the early 1950s, Boeing took a massive gamble, investing its own money to develop a jet-powered prototype called the 367-280, or Dash 80. This was a bold move. Designed to demonstrate the potential of jet aircraft for both military refueling and civilian transport. The U.S. Air Force was impressed and ordered the KC-135 Stratotanker, which shared its basic design with the Dash 80. This military contract was crucial, as it helped Boeing cover the enormous development costs and refine the technology that would eventually become the 707. One of the most groundbreaking features of the 707 was its wing design. It featured a 35-degree sweepback, which was revolutionary at the time. This swept-wing configuration allowed the aircraft to fly much faster and closer to the speed of sound than its straight-winged predecessors. It reduced drag at high speeds, providing a smoother ride and greater fuel efficiency. This design became the standard for nearly all jetliners that followed. The wings were also where the fuel was stored and, most importantly, where the engines were mounted. Speaking of engines, the 707 was initially powered by 4 Pratt and Whitney JT3C turbojet engines, slung under the wings in individual pods. This podded engine design was another Boeing innovation. It made maintenance easier, reduced cabin noise, and offered a significant safety advantage. If an engine failed or caught fire, it was isolated from the wing and the rest of the aircraft, minimizing the risk of catastrophic damage. Later versions of the 707 were fitted with more powerful and fuel-efficient JT3D turbofan engines, which further improved its performance and range. The first production 707 took to the skies in December 1957, and it officially entered commercial service with Pan American World Airways in October 1958. The inaugural flight was a transatlantic route from New York to Paris. This marked the beginning of a new era. Suddenly, crossing the Atlantic was a matter of hours, not days. The 707 quickly became the flagship aircraft for airlines around the world. From TWA and American Airlines to British Airways and Lufthansa. It was a symbol of glamour and modernity, connecting continents and cultures like never before. For over 2 decades, the 707 was the workhorse of international air travel, flying presidents, celebrities, and millions of ordinary people across the globe. Over its production run, Boeing developed several variants of the 707 to meet different airline needs. The initial 707-120 was the standard domestic version. Then came the larger, longer-range 707-320 Intercontinental, which became the definitive version for long-haul routes. There was also the shortened, higher-performance 707-220, a unique version. The 720 was developed for shorter runways and routes, featuring a lighter airframe and improved takeoff performance. These different models allowed the 707 family to serve a wide variety of markets, cementing its dominance in the early jet age. The 707's robust design also made it a perfect platform for military applications. Beyond the KC-135 tanker, which shares its heritage, several direct military versions of the 707 were produced. The most famous of these is probably the E-3 Sentry, better known as a WACS, with its distinctive rotating radar dome mounted on the fuselage. This aircraft provides all-weather surveillance, command, and control. Other military versions included the C-137 Stratoliner for VIP transport, famously serving as Air Force One for several U.S. presidents, and various electronic warfare and reconnaissance platforms. The 707's military service has been just as long and distinguished as its civilian career. At its peak, the Boeing 707 was operated by almost every major airline in the world, from North and South America to Europe, Asia, Africa, and Australia. The 707 was a common sight at international airports. While most major airlines have long since retired their 707 fleets in favor of more modern, efficient aircraft, it continued to fly for smaller carriers, charter operators, and cargo companies for many years. Even today, a handful of 707s remain in service, mostly in military or specialized government roles, testament to the durability of its original design. Like any aircraft with such a long and extensive service history, the 707 has been involved in its share of accidents and incidents. Over its more than 60 years of operation, factors ranging from weather and pilot error to mechanical issues and even acts of sabotage have led to tragic events. Each incident, however, led to crucial lessons learned. Investigations resulted in improved pilot training procedures, stricter maintenance protocols, and advancements in aircraft safety technology that have benefited the entire aviation industry. The safety record of modern aviation is built on the experiences of pioneering aircraft like the 707. Let's look at the general characteristics of a typical 707-320B Intercontinental. It had a crew of 4: a captain, first officer, flight engineer, and navigator, though the navigator was later phased out with improved technology. It could typically carry around 150 passengers in a two-class configuration, with a maximum capacity of over 200. The aircraft had a length of about 152 feet and a wingspan of 146 feet. Its maximum takeoff weight was over 330,000 pounds, a massive figure for its time. In terms of performance, the 707 was a game changer. It had a cruising speed of around 600 miles per hour, or Mach 0.8, dramatically cutting down flight times. Its range was equally impressive. The intercontinental models could fly over 6,000 miles without refueling, making non-stop transatlantic and even some trans-Pacific routes possible for the first time. This combination of speed and range is what truly opened up the globe to mass air travel and defined the jet age. The Boeing 707 is more than just an old airplane. It's a cultural and technological icon. It flattened the world, connected economies, and brought people closer together. Its design DNA can be seen in nearly every Boeing aircraft that followed, from the 727 and 737 to the mighty 747. It was the plane that taught the world to fly jets, and its legacy continues to soar in the skies today. Thank you so much for joining me on this flight into history with the Boeing 707. What are your memories of this incredible aircraft? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to Global Flyer for more stories about the amazing world of aviation. See you in the next one.